Well, hi everybody, and welcome to another EBTV sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School, it is boys basketball as East Brunswick takes on Old Bridge in a Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game. This is Jimmy Allinder being joined tonight by Shawn Feey. Shawn, thanks very much for joining us.
No problem. Thanks. It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Shawn, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. East Brunswick with a 2-5 record, Old Bridge with a 3-3 record. On the surface, you would think that the Knights would be the favorite, but I understand they have some problems.
Yeah, from what I understand, a couple of their key players I think one moved over the holiday season and another one's out right now, so really puts the situation back to East Brunswick's favor. Hopefully they can just match up well tonight and play a good game.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about East Brunswick. Did you have an opportunity to watch the Bears most recently in their games? And if you have, tell me what you've seen as far as their ability when they're playing well, and what has caused the problems for this team?
Well, I think a lot of it is the fact that everybody's trying to overachieve. Most recently in their St. Joe's game, they held them well. In fact, they went into the halftime. They were up by good 5-6 points, and I think when they came out, I think actually the halftime, probably broke their momentum, and it's what caused them to come out, and they came out a little flat, but they held well. Sometimes I think it's execution. They're shooting. I know that some of their shots haven't been falling very well recently, but you always have to think highly of them because that these guys, they got a lot of heart, and you're going to see it. A lot of hustle, a lot of motivation down there. So we'll see how it goes tonight when it comes around.
Individuals: Jabril Holmes, Jason Jones, Aaron Horace, Andrew Silver. Evan Lupner had a tough game against St. Joe's, but when these guys play together, just exactly how good can East Brunswick be?
When everything falls into place, regardless of who it is, I mean, these guys especially, of all those guys you mentioned, Zach Simi, he's doing real well. He's real fast. He's got he can be the catalyst sometimes, as well as Evan. It's always good to see if Jabril's shots are falling down. Aaron Horace plays a real big game underneath, so it looks like Old Bridge got a couple guys. I think he can handle some of them. So if they all come together, I think Old Bridge is up for hopefully one of their big upset, hopefully, right? East Brunswick can handle this.
All right, and then, yes, I did forget Zach Simi, by the way, so we want to mention him as one of the prime players for East Brunswick. All right, we're going to take a short break right now. We'll be back with the action right after this. All right, we are back at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where tonight Old Bridge will take on East Brunswick. This is our third time we've taken a look at the East Brunswick boys. We have yet to see the girls, by the way. Shawn?
Right, I'm sorry, Jim. I've been trying to make my down to the girls. They had a big win over Bishop Art the other day. I think they won by 1 point.
Yes, they did.
Buzzer shot, I believe.
All right, we're about set, ready to go. Looks like the height advantage on the tip-off will be to Old Bridge. Travis Toka, number 22, jumping against number 55, Jason Jones. And we'll get you the starters as we move through here. And we are underway. Tap goes to East Brunswick. That is Evan Lupcher with the ball. Simi with it. Inside, tapped away. Jones bounces around and into the hands of Old Bridge. That's number 4, Mukhtar Say. Try to get that right. Timmy Lucas with the ball, number 21 for Old Bridge. Warrenicki, remember him, he's a good ball handler. Lucas in the corner. Shot up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Lucas. That is his first.
I always enjoy seeing a team that knows enough discipline to take a charge down underneath sometimes.
Got to sacrifice that body. Lupcher. Boy, all right away, I can see that East Brunswick has more time on the perimeter, although that shot was missed by Jason Jones. Lucas backs out. Drives inside. Warrenicki open and hits two-pointer. So Old Bridge opens up a 2-0 lead. Jason Jones. Zach Simi. I have a feeling he's going to shoot from there if you give it to him a couple of times.
Yeah, he's fairly confident. In a couple of the previous games, he's taken a couple of those and hit some key ones.
Jabril Jones inside. Won't go, except Horace gets the rebound. And what do they say? Possession arrow to Old Bridge on the jump ball. 6:19 left to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Old Bridge. East Brunswick trying to rebound from a, let's call it mid-season slump. Lost its last couple of games. Jones, excuse me, that was Holmes didn't want that shot. And we're tied 2-2.
I'd like to see more of a transition game from East Brunswick. I think that would certainly put them at a better advantage against some other teams.
Are you saying to up-tempo it after the rebound?
Right,
okay.
right. Take the teams off guard.
And Toka's called for what? 5-second rule?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
Looks like it.
All right, off that turnover, East Brunswick will inbounds. Each team feeling each other out. Holmes inside to Jason Jones, has the advantage. Can't put it through, gets his own rebound, draws a foul.
That's definitely a good look down inside.
Yes. So the foul will be called on Toka. His first, team second.
54. Guys, you don't get paid. Aaron, you can stay there. 54. You can stay there.
Jones with the first shot. He will get a second. And that shot is good. So it's 3-2. East Brunswick with its first lead. Say with it. Gets it over to Logan. Inside was open. Nice block. That was by Horace.
Aaron Horace seems to be doing everything right at both sides of the court over the last few
Whoops,
days.
there's a travel.
Looks like I jinxed him.
Say again?
Looks like I jinxed him. As I'm saying that, he goes and travels.
Horace on that shot by Crawford on the other end just slammed it against the glass. That'll make them think.
Yeah.
A little bit of a press here now by the Bears.
Oh, no.
And causes a turnover. Jones tapped away. Back and forth we go. Say tries to go inside but thinks better of it. East Brunswick, good defense here. Look at that matchup
Yeah,
inside.
this match.
Oh, and they throw it away. Boy. Aaron Horace missed it. Lost it out of bounds.
A lot of Old Bridge players looking over at the bench here. Seems to be a little confusion.
We have a substitution. That's Lupscher coming out of the game. Holmes back in. .430 left to go in the first quarter of play. It's just 3-2. East Brunswick by a point. Old Bridge was a little ragged on him with its passes. A couple turnovers already.
Oh, here comes it.
Yeah, and Rocky Knowles is going to call a timeout. All right, this is our first opportunity to listen on the huddle by Coach Bo Henning of East Brunswick. Let's listen in.
Let's stay a little more heads up, right? On the offensive end, catch the ball cleanly, okay? Just finish the easy opportunities that you're going to get. Run the court hard. Run the court all game. Run the court hard. Now, we come back at a 53. We have got to find a matchup. Not necessarily ours, a matchup. They'll shoot that three quick. All right, let's go. Come on.
Come on.
All right, after that 30-second timeout, Shawn, did you get anything out of that huddle?
Yeah, it sounds like Bo's looking to pick up the pace of the game.
Okay.
He wants the boys to run down, pick up the transition game, and force Old Bridge into quick shots so they could, pick up, maybe take advantage of these turnovers guys are having.
All right, 4:24 left to go, first quarter of play. 3-2 East Brunswick. Warnicki. He's looking to penetrate. Wagon Blast is in the game now for East Brunswick. Say, another sloppy pass by Old Bridge. Horace thinks better, gives it to Wagon Blast. Off the rim. East Brunswick with a couple of opportunities outside that haven't fallen.
I think the Bears were hoping that the return of Tommy Wagon Blast.
Warnicki, good penetration and good shot off that dribble, makes it 4-3 Old Bridge. He has both baskets for the Knights. Holmes to the center of the court, backs it up. Somewhat of an off-balance shot by Jabril Holmes, would not fall. Bounce pass. I'll tell you what, I've seen about 5 or 6 errant passes by Old Bridge that East Brunswick has not yet been able to take advantage of it. Horace sets up. Won't go. One shot on the rebound to Old Bridge. 3 minutes left to go, period 1. 4-3 Old Bridge. Rather low-scoring game. And they're going to call Horace on a foul.
Looks like Aaron Horace is trying to take control over a lot of parts of the game over there, even taking an outside shot down on that last visit.
All right, a substitution for Old Bridge, number 20, Tom Spadafora, he with the ball. Lucas thought about passing it, but it went off Crawford's hands. Lots of turnovers here from Old Bridge. Missed shots from East Brunswick. Simi's going to take it and hits a 3.
Just like you were saying earlier, Jim, if he finds that open shot, he's going to stick it.
6-4, East Brunswick with the lead. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Warnicki thought about it. There's an open shot by Spadafora, won't go. And what do they say? Guess they're going to call that on Jones, huh?
Yeah, I think Jay just jumped a little too late that time.
Warnicki, he's guarded by Holmes. Good defense. Long arms. Simi takes it to the hoop and puts it home.
That play started right back there. Jabril Holmes played some real tough, patient defense, caused the turnover, and they just brought it right down the court.
One thing that I've noticed about Zach Simi is he has a real good athletic ability to penetrate, and that bodes well for East Brunswick tonight, because certainly this game hasn't had the intensity nor that inability to get to the middle that St. Joe's was causing East Brunswick problems with last 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Simi converts the 3-point, makes it 9-4, just like that. 5-point lead for the Bears. And here's now a press. And a turnover. Jump ball. That was a quick whistle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seems so. I think he kind of looked like I thought the player walked before he even called the jump ball.
All right. The arrow is, possession arrow is to East Brunswick, so they will get the ball. Jason Jones with a turnaround. Oh, would not go. Yeah, it seems like East Brunswick has the advantage tonight on the inside game. Got to loosen things up. 1:20 left to go, period 1. 9-4 East Brunswick. Old Bridge with a lot of problems, just converting its passes.
They can't seem to get the ball down past the hash mark.
And attribute that to East Brunswick. There's another steal. Jones takes it all the way. He was not going to be stopped. 11-4.
I think they'll take all those kind of points tonight that they can get.
You bet. Pass inside to Crawford. That's Lucas. Trotka being guarded tightly by Jones. Pass that forced inside. And good defense by Simi. And he's going to take it. Pass. Beautiful pass and conversion by Jones. And like that, it's 13-4. And Coach Rocky Knowles elected to call a timeout with 30 seconds left to go. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do tonight. This is going to be our latest edition of Senior Spotlight, and tonight's Spotlight is going to be on cheerleader Christine Tishio. Her plans following graduation, as you see us coming in on her. If we can find her. We're still looking. There she is right there. Okay. Anyway, Christine is thinking of possibly cheerleading and track at either Montclair State, William Patterson, or Ramapo. Her favorite musical group is Incubus. Her favorite movie is The Bronx Tale, and the person who's most impacted her life has been her brother. And what your quote is if you're good, be better. That's our senior spotlight for tonight. All right, we're underway here after that short timeout with 20 seconds left to go. Score 13-40 East Brunswick. In the middle to Warnicki. He's the only one that has scored. There's another pass that's been stolen.
Sorry, Jim. The Bears are really closing the gap underneath. They're not letting Old Bridge pass the ball across the paint right there, and they're playing really strong.
2 seconds. Simi with the shot. Will not go. All righty. Well, at the end of one period of play, it is East Brunswick 13 and Old Bridge just 4. I'll tell you what, they have had their problems, and you got to think that Bo Henning's going to ask his team to continue to do the same thing. Let's listen in.
Yeah, they pass lazy stuff. I just sprint the court, right, Coach?
Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. All right, so we're clear now. We'll try and get one trap out of that. Aaron, you're back in the 5 spot, right? So Jay's going to be a slider. These guys have got to definitely be thinking about protecting the basket, okay? These guys think about protecting the middle. So it's slightly up this side. This kid has it. He'll be there. He's ready to trap, but this guy's all the way back because this guy's thinking about there. Okay, you with me on that? All right. Keep running the floor now. If you see some kind of a zone, I'll give you the offense, the numbers and that, but you got to make sure you catch and be ready to shoot every time you catch it. Let's go. Come on.
What do you got, Shawn?
Well, the first thing they said before they sat down, Zach Simi said, should I just sprint the court? And he said, of course, absolutely. And even the guys on the team, they're definitely looking to push the ball, hopefully even, in fact, get Old Bridge to switch their D, like Bo said towards the end there, going from a man, drop back to his own.
All right, Old Bridge will inbounds to begin the second quarter of play. They're going to have to find some sort of key to, if they can't penetrate the middle, at least get a better look on the outside. All right, we have a new addition to Old Bridge. That's number 44, Chris Donnelly. Stolen. Look at that no-look pass by Zach Simi to Holmes. You saw that coming, actually.
That's a great look, great look.
And it's 15-4 East Brunswick. Another pass, another turnover.
What's that, about 10?
At least. They haven't really had a good shot, other than the 2 times that Warnicki was able to put it home. So East Brunswick will take over with a 15-4 lead. They've really, I believe since it's been 3-2, they have just outscored them 12-zip. Inside, nice pass. Jones still retains possession. I guess Rocky Knowles didn't like that call.
A lot of unselfish play on the Bears' part right now.
Okay, they turned it over. They gave it back to Old Bridge. I guess the best thing to do is just keep it in Warnicki's hands. All right, Trotka gets a shot. It will not fall. However, Oldbridge comes up with the rebound. Warnicki with another shot, won't go. So they got a couple of rebounds here. And the result has been a basket by Logan, excuse me, not Logan, by Lucas.
5-3, 1 shot. Run it.
That foul will be called on Horace, I believe. Yes, that's his second. And puts it home for the three-pointer, and it's 15-7. East Brunswick ahead. East Brunswick looking much, much more relaxed tonight without that pressure that St. Joe's applied. Simi almost followed up by Horace, and they're going to call a jump ball. And the possession arrow goes to the East Brunswick.
Well, I think their confidence is being supplemented by their aggressiveness tonight.
Okay.
Seems to be the major key in why they're up by 8 right now.
You make a good point, Shawn. You keep on pushing the ball up, good things are going to happen. Open look for Jones. Will not go. And I think they're going to call a foul on Mark Lasky, who has entered the game. Rich Lasky, I'm sorry. All right, Warnicki has definitely taken over the ball handling chores. They still need to get it across.
Can't imagine something like that would bode well for Old Bridges. Warnicki seems to be the only one, you know, at least shooting the ball.
Trotka, this is Say. Good in a bounce pass inside. Thought he traveled on that, but nonetheless, East Brunswick pushes it ahead. Simi, another no-look pass. Lasky, bounce pass inside. They clear the zone. Jones gets his own rebound, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
Just a little too much energy there for Jay.
Yep.
It's doing a good thing by fouling a shot, though, so.
We got 5:25 left to go in the second quarter. East Brunswick with a 15-7 lead. Back and forth they go. East Brunswick in a, as it's been playing pretty much all evening, this zone, 2-3 zone.
Seems like Bears are inviting Old Bridge to shoot because they can't seem to be getting their shots to fall right now.
Well, they're filling the lanes nicely, which really makes that passing difficult, and we've seen the result. Warnicki, back out. Lucas penetrated just a little too much that time and drew the, Loopshire was able to get that foul. So Lucas picks up his second. That'll be the team's fourth. Loopshire gets it across. Lasky puts it up, will not go.
Good strong take up there by Ricky.
There's a bounce pass to Say, inside to to Connolly, will not go. And a strong rebound by Jason Jones. Silver with the outside shot, that missed everything. Trotka, he's strong. We got Simi, look out. That was good athleticism there. Wow,
Good follow.
what a sequence. Horace putting it home after all those bounces. I thought Simi was going to run right into his man, but he showed great self-control
That
at
could
midcourt.
have proven very dangerous there, very dangerous.
17-7 is the score. East Brunswick with a 10-point lead. Shawn, Coach Rocky Knowles talked about the the absence of Khalil Bennett as being a possible factor tonight. I think that's coming to fruition. Ulbridge just doesn't seem to mesh well on the court tonight.
Anytime I can imagine a team loses one of its stronger players, or at least any one of their starters, you have to expect some time for the team to regroup and organize in order before they gel again.
Semi's been great on the bounce passes. That one almost connected. There's a good match by Trotka, but they're going to call him for traveling. All right. So Jones and Silver will rest, and Holmes and Horace will return. This gives East Brunswick a real strong front line.
That's not a bad substitution when you got two guys like that coming off the bench.
Semi-open shot, will not go, and Trotka comes down with it. East Brunswick gets back very well on defense.
They're playing real smart tonight.
Right, I haven't seen too many times where they've been, in the 3 times I've seen them play this year, where they've been caught on the fast break. Whoa, what we got here?
Just a little
There's
incidental
a whistle, and
contact
what are they going to
almost.
call it on? Any foul?
No, I think the ball just went out of bounds there.
Okay. 2 minutes left to go, second quarter. 17-7 is the score.
It's a shame this poor guy Warnicki can't seem to get anything to fall.
Semi, open look for the 3. Quite honestly, even though Simi hasn't been hitting that, I say keep shooting because he is such a quality shooter from the outside.
Receives a well-deserved round of applause as
Right.
he goes off the bench.
He's got 6 points on the evening to lead East Brunswick in scoring. All those points coming in the first quarter. Connolly, he seems a little unsure with it once he gets it underneath. Shot off the rim. There's a shot up and in by Josh Shims. Makes it 19-7. Josh Sims, who's just entered the game for the Bears. Shot on the outside, but that was Spatafora that did not make it. Holmes going to take it. Had too much room.
Tried to do the smart thing and slow it up and be patient.
We're under a minute to play, and it's 19-7. You think it would be the end of the first quarter, the way you look at the scoreboard.
It's good to see East Brunswick going in with a pretty comfortable lead. Hopefully they can maintain that this time into the second half. That seemed to be the issue with them when they came out against St. Joe's the other night.
That shot won't go.
I think Bo's going to have him go just to one shot here.
Okay, around the horn we go. East Brunswick got all kinds of room on the perimeter.
Might seem to be just like a step behind each guy for the Bears.
There's Sims. Penetrates, puts it up. And that ball did not find the hoop. So at the end of the first half of play, it is 19-7 East Brunswick, and quite a decided improvement over the way things went this week, or this game than last game. Would you say, Shawn?
Oh, absolutely. The Bears were executing down low. Their transition game picked up a lot. They were making a couple, maybe two, 3 baskets off of layups, but that always helps. Some might call those garbage points, but they're points nonetheless.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with a halftime honorary ceremony for the boys volley team. So we'll be back right after this. Okay, we're back at East Brunswick High School. We're at halftime. East Brunswick leads 19-7, and as you see on your screen there, this is a picture of last spring's boys volley team, some of which now have already gone away to college and have returned home. So a good congratulations to this volleyball team that finished 29-2 and raced right to an NJSIAA state championship, as well as the Greater Middlesex Conference Championship, and they were ranked #1 in the state for the second time in 3 years. So, the letter winners are Heather Argilla. They're not all here tonight. She's a manager. Michelle Argilla is another manager. You've got Victoria Chen, who is a manager. Greg Hunter, there he is, All-State senior captain. Brian Johnson, a senior. Safe Kawash, who's another senior. Mark Mondry, a senior. Now you've got also Kyle Morales, who was All-State and is now back at school at the Air Force Academy. He was captain of the team as well. You also have Mike McAndrew pictured here, who was All-State, small, but look at him. He's at Penn State right now. He was a captain. Eric Nowicki, a junior. Mike Rakowski, who's back at school. Dan Semkowski, who's a junior. Dan Temkin, who's a senior. We've got Tiffany Wong, who's a manager, and last but not least, Tony Yates, who was All-State and is a junior. All-State as a sophomore. Not bad. Shawn, you want to say something about this team?
Yeah, just a couple things I was going to say is Mike McAndrew. I don't know if anybody remembers from last year. He was one of the integral players on the basketball team, strong guard that they had. And also another thing that I was going to say is Tony Yates is supposed to be one of the top players in the state.
Right.
Last guy that they announced there. So I guess the Bears are expecting good things from him again this upcoming spring.
Did you get a chance to see the team play?
No, unfortunately, I didn't get to see any of the games last year. But from what I understand, in fact, I think it was the last 2 years where they won the state championship. It was against St. Joe's, and I guess St. Joe's came in as the favorites, and the Bears just, completely dominated.
Took them out?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's our halftime ceremony honoring the volleyball championship team. We'll be back with the second half right after this. All right, after a brief halftime interlude, we're about ready to go to begin the second half of play. Score is 19 to just 7 points for Old Bridge, indicative of a great defensive effort on the part of East Brunswick. Shawn, and also Old Bridge has had a lot of problems just running their offense.
Usually when you see a team have a low-scoring first half and they can't make any shots, they usually come out and tear it up in the beginning of the second half. And that's exactly seemingly what St. Joe's did the other day. Hopefully East Brunswick can make sure something like that doesn't happen.
All right. Leading scorer for East Brunswick is Zach Simi with 6 points, and Jason Jones has 5. And we'll leave it at that because there wasn't a lot of scoring. Okay, underway here. Let's see anything different from Old Bridge. East Brunswick back to that. Well, basically 3 in a. Actually a man-to-man now. Lucas will not go. He had a little bit of room, but he couldn't put it through.
Zach got caught behind him there, and that gave the guard Lucas a chance to drive it down.
Horace in the corner to Holmes is going to take it. He's been off a little bit, but good inside look pass, and Say came down with it, but his foot was on the line, so East Brunswick will retain possession. They are getting a lot of good inside looks.
Oh, yeah. Good pump fake there by Jabril to move the defender there and then just look down low.
Jones, they fight for it. And Simi in the corner. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Simi. Shawn, it seems like East Brunswick wants this a lot more.
They're definitely getting to the ball quicker there, Jim. They're definitely making it seem like, they're not going to let Old Bridge do what St. Joe's did the other day.
Much better fluid movement from the Bears. Horace takes it to the hole. Jones is the one that's there for the rebound, however, and earns a foul.
Jay Jones seems to dominate right down below. He comes flying in out of nowhere.
Yeah, Rocky Knowles came up to us and asked us if we get a videotape of this game. I don't think he wants this because this is not a strong performance by the Knights, at least thus far. Jones up, swish.
Jay Jones has that rainbow arc on most of his shots. Sometimes you don't even, you wonder when it's going to come down.
And he makes the score 21 to 7. Just a dismal night for Old Bridge. That was almost an errant pass, and East Brunswick comes up with it. Here they come. Jones to the middle. Off the rim, Simi fights for it. Warnicki comes down with it, and here he comes. Bounce pass inside, and they're going to call a push and foul on Horace. Picks up his third.
That situation right there seems to constitute everything that's been going wrong for Old Bridge. They try to get it inside, and guy falls out. It's a shame. Luckily they got that foul call there for them.
Lucas, inside pass in the corner to Warnicki. Will not go.
In Warnicki's defense, good to see he'll keep taking those shots. It's the only way they're going to fall.
Absolutely. East Brunswick sets up. Holmes keeping to the outside. You got Jones in the middle, Horace at the top of the key, and Zach Zimmy on the right side. Well, you saw that. Took a little shuttle step. And third quarter, 5 left to go in the period. 21-7, East Brunswick. Tapped away, but Old Bridge recovers. Traka outside to Lucas. That was a long shot. Finally goes home by Trotka.
I think that might be only the second putback basket Old Bridge has managed tonight.
21-9. There's a three-pointer by Jay.
That's something you like to see. Jay Jones, big man playing down low, who's also capable of stepping outside behind the arc and hitting it.
He could bring rain with those shots. 24-9 East Brunswick. Connolly, up and in. That's Donnelly, excuse me. 24-11. Despite East Brunswick's dominance, it is only a 13-point lead.
Right. But sometimes I wonder if that 13 points isn't much bigger than it is.
All right, you're getting the sense that Jay Jones can be a hot streak shooter when he wants to, so they're going to have to do something about that. 26-11 East Brunswick. 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Errant pass. Pass up and in to Holmes.
Great look by Jay Jones. Brought it right down the court. Unselfish play. Pass it right to Jabril Holmes. Just knocked it down.
28-11 and a timeout by Old Bridge. And in a few moments, we're going to go to Bohenning.
Very relaxed atmosphere over there on the East Brunswick bench.
Oh, absolutely. And the cheerleaders will do their routine. Is this going to be a full timeout?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right, let's go to Bo.
Passive in the zone. Be mentally alert. Know who their shooters are. We left Lucas alone for a 3, okay? Lucas is 21, Warnicki is 13. We have got to be around them. And then we got to really go to the boards, okay, and pursue it. Go get it with 2 hands, okay? All right, before we go, sit down, relax, will you? Try and listen a little more. All right, on the offensive end now. On the offensive end, if you don't have something in the break, okay, we can run a little bit of thumbs up. Just make sure you turn it over a little bit, okay? All right, let's go now.
Tell you, coming out of that timeout there, you saw Zach Zimmy stand up. I think that you can attribute that to a little youthful energy, youthful exuberance. He just wants to get out and
Absolutely.
add more to the score.
Now Bo's talking to Zach. A little private moment. For the teacher, isn't he?
Can't fault Zach over there for just wanting to knock a team down when they're down.
Oh, sure. All right, Old Bridge will try to see if they can turn the key here. Those types of passes are not going to do it, though. Look at that beautiful pass by Simi. Uh-oh, Zach fell down hard.
He seems to be all right.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. He takes a lot of hits out here on these courts.
Holmes converts it to make it 30-11. Boy, these passes are just... I have no words for them. they're inviting turnover. And there, it went off Say's foot.
Seems what Bo did that time, or maybe even for the most part this quarter, he's instead of playing as a close zone, he's actually pressing it out closer to the half court, forcing Old Bridge to make these passes in, and they're just not going to the ball.
All right, Loopshire back in the game.
Also, Tom Wagenblast there, I see, just checked back in.
Okay. He's not wearing his headband. What's happening here?
I don't know. Things haven't been dropping for Tommy. He's under a lot of bad luck these couple days with his back. It's good to see him back on the court.
Thought Loopshire had an open shot there, but he elected not to take it. Pass inside to Simi. Holds his pivot foot, won't go. Spadafora comes out with it. Penetrates well. And a foul, actually a good foul by Jay Jones. Even though it's his third.
On that last sequence down there for EB, they played real smart, real patient. You know, they were, I think there was like 6 or 7 passes before they even looked for a shot.
Puts it home. Good pass that time by Trutka, to Trutka, I should say. 30-13.
I'd have to say that's the first easy layup Old Bridge got tonight, where a pass made it through the paint.
Oh, a little indecision there on the part of Holmes, but East Brunswick recovers, gets the ball back.
Good hustle by Tommy Wagenblast there.
And
Also,
comes down with it. Jones gets a second chance, puts it in. And he has 9 points this quarter. Has become the leading scorer for East Brunswick with 14. 2:17 left to go, 32-13. Old Bridge once again turns it over. Pressure by Zach Simi. Down with it is Old Bridge. Lucas in the corner to Warnick. He's going to take a 3. Hits it. First three-pointer for the Knights tonight makes it 32-16.
Evans definitely looking for a seam, looking to break through.
Holmes. Boy, I'll tell you what, East Brunswick is definitely getting good looks tonight.
A lot of good looks. It's a shame a lot of Jabril Holmes shots are just hitting off the front rim. Just a little bit more, and this guy would be scoring at least 12, 14 points a game.
Jabril has 8 points. As we mentioned, Jason Jones leads East Brunswick with 14. Simi had 6 points in the first quarter and has been scoreless since. And Aaron Horace has 2, and Josh Shims has 2, and that's been it for the scoring for East Brunswick.
Even though those point totals are low, Aaron can tell you right now, Aaron Horace has definitely been a factor on this court. His 2 points don't really, they don't need him to score those points right now.
Shot in and out, and this one, follow up by Donnelly, comes home. And they're going to call Wagon Blast on that. So Donnelly will try to convert the 3-point play. And he does. It's only the second foul shot by Old Bridge.
Yeah, it's been a fairly quick game so far.
Lasky in the ball game. Silver, cross court to Lasky. See, East Brunswick has those lanes available to them. East Brunswick can afford to get relaxed. Oh, Wagon Blast just misses.
Like I said, even though they have those lanes, luckily and fortunately for them, they've been able to hit the shots from the outside when the lane hasn't been available.
We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. It's 32-19. Bears ahead. Pass inside to Trutka, outside to Lucas. Supposedly he is a good outside shooter, but he really hasn't seen a lot of looks.
it's that swarming D. They make you think that it's a 2-3, but then they swarm out right on you. Definitely a jump ball there. Good block by Aaron Horst.
Absolutely. Trotka thought he had a clear shot, and Aaron just went up to meet him. And East Brunswick will get the last shot with 22 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Seems like now they've gone to a man press.
All right, now does that mean a new 10 seconds on that, or do they have to still get it up with the remaining time?
Yeah, I don't think the refs really. I'm pretty sure that's definitely a new 10-second call.
Okay. They're counting it out.
Yeah, Zach doesn't seem too worried.
They get it across. That was an errant pass. Lucas takes it to the hoop. And that with 2 seconds, which does not make Bo Henning happy because that brings the margin back to 11 points, which is not impossible. 32 to 21 is the score after 3. Go ahead, Shawn. You want to say something?
Well, even though Oldbridge got up there, they scored a good 14 points this quarter.
Yeah.
You know, they're back up to 21, but still, like you said, if EB can maintain, it's 11 points. I think it's a tough barrier to break down.
All right, we will listen in on Bo Henning.
Bump to the middle, okay? If you're the 4-man, in this case, Jay, come as much as we need you, right? Come back as much as we need you. Look up the sideline at the 2 out the side. If it's not there, you'll either have over away or you're going to have back to home plate, okay? Now, we get it. This is our attack area. If we get it in there, turn and look to make a play, okay? Everybody with that? All right, now, know who's in your area in the 51, okay? Know who's in your area. Don't get faked off your feet so easy. We're leaving our feet, and now we're playing 5 against 4. Stay on the floor. As long as you contest the shot, you'll be fine. And let's keep it to 1 shot. All right, let's go. Come on.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Right there, Jim, one of the smart things Bo said was, you know, instead of actually saying, you know, he wasn't even calling it his own defense. He was calling it an area type of defense. You know, basically telling them to stay smart, you know, don't get too pumped up, you know, don't act like, you know, Oldbridge is out of the game even.
Possession arrow is to Oldbridge, so they will inbounds to begin this 4th quarter of play. They have 11 points to make up. 8 minutes to go. They did show some sparks towards the latter portion of that quarter. Lucas going to take a 3. That one will not fall. And a good rebound by Jones. Whoops, they say it was off Simi. All right, Oldbridge will inbounds, get another chance. I think they're trying to use the big boys inside. They're just sort of standing there.
You know, that was something I noticed last quarter. I mean, if you're playing against a team with the zone, well, here's this guy. He gets it underneath. Good, good take there by Donnelly, right?
Right.
So like I was saying, Oldbridge seems to be just standing still. They're too stationary. They need to be moving against the zone.
32 to 23. Simi, well, and it falls for a 3. 35-23. East Brunswick back up to a 12-point margin. Inside to Trotka.
Just when Oldbridge thought that they may have been knocking it down, chipping at the lead, Zach Simi comes out and nails a good 3.
Trotka blocked by Simi, but apparently got a little of the body as well. I believe that's Zach's first foul. So Trotka will go to the line shooting 2. Shot is good as well. 35-25, 10-point lead, 6:40 left to go in the contest. And looks like Henning wants to call a quick timeout for a 30-second timeout. What do you think he wants to talk about, Shawn?
Smart call. One thing I noticed right before the timeout, the Oldbridge seemed to have about a 3/4 press on. So,
Okay.
and just noticed that Evan Lubscher just checked in, so he's probably definitely going to want to get, you know, a good ball handling guard out there so they can dribble, maybe pass to the middle and move the ball across the court the way they've been for the first 3 quarters so far.
East Brunswick has been doing a good job tonight handling the defense, the pressure that Oldbridge has applied. They've been able to spread the floor fairly effectively. With these 6 minutes and 39 seconds left of the game, 10-point lead, should East Brunswick become more patient?
No, not at all. I think they should, if anything, they should become more aggressive. They should try to, you know, push the ball up the court, get fouls, you know, maybe get Oldbridge into foul trouble, get into the one-on-one situation, maybe even did the 2-shot fouls there at the end when you get 10.
All right, we're underway here. East Brunswick with the ball. That's Lubscher to Simi. Jay's going to take it. Swish. Boy, he has a sweet shot when it goes.
Yeah, he's been very consistent tonight, Jason Jones.
37-25, 16 points for Jason, who is a 6'3" senior forward. Lucas going to try to penetrate, and nothing doing there. Lubscher pushes it ahead. Nice move. Jason Jones, not that time. Warnicki, he finds himself in Neverland. Whoa, that was a push.
Good help side defense over there on Jason Jones. Came right over, just put his hand straight up in the air. He was either going to take the charge or that guy was going to have to shoot over him.
So the foul will be charged to Lucas. Picks up his third. All right, a press applied here. And they got it across? Not yet. There it is. Got a call, say on a foul. They certainly didn't agree with it on Oldbridge.
He's got to be careful. Looks like he was getting a little too angry there. Almost could have potentially had the technical called on him.
Lasky to Simi at the top. Horace. Good ball movement by East Brunswick. Stolen, however, by Lucas. Good transition that time. Spadafora puts it home, makes it 37-27. 4:48 left to go.
After that basket by Oldbridge, you see their coach, Rocky Knowles, stand up, telling his guys, push up, push up.
Simi, follow-up, second follow-up by Horace.
2 times in a row, Aaron Horace was able to get his hand on that ball.
So East Brunswick staying with Oldbridge, certainly. Even though the Knights have put the pressure on. Oh, that was a good shot. Lucas with the left-hander. And the foul is on who? That would be on Simi, his second. 5th team foul for East Brunswick. Lucas misses on the foul shot. Simi, a little lack of concentration right there. Wasn't expecting the ball. And a timeout is called. Interesting timeout because I sense that the team is just losing its poise just a little bit. So it's a strategic timeout by East Brunswick. A couple of substitutions here. We're going to see Mark Maitre come in for the first time this evening, as well as Silver. All right, let's listen to Henning.
That's correct. stay in stances. Okay, we got to stay in stances. All right? Just stay down, limit them to one shot. Ricky, you're going to go on Lucas now. Mark, I think it'll be 4. Okay? And Drew, 13. Decent shooter. Okay, decent shooter. All right. We're walk up. That's you in the 2 spot. Okay, be middle. Doing a good job of reversing the ball. Let's just be tougher with it. Okay? All right. Now, if we don't have anything, I think we should turn thumbs up over until the game ends if we have to. Okay? And just keep looking for good things. But you got to be strong with the ball. There's going to be people coming from behind you. All right, let's go.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Finish as a team here. Let's go.
Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
One thing to notice is as this Bears team goes out onto the court, Bo's got a lot of small, good ball handling guys that he can get out there. Definitely looking to draw the fouls from Old Bridge now with only 4:11 left in the game.
All right, the clock really in not in Old Bridge's favor, so they're going to have to push the ball quicker here. And Lucas immediately takes a 3.
That's something EB needs to worry about.
And right away, it's a 7-point margin, just like that, 39-32.
One thing to notice is the intensity. Old Bridge's intensity certainly picked up.
Jump ball called. So this game was seemingly in comfortable hands for East Brunswick, but Old Bridge has come back.
Yeah, you can never say never, unfortunately.
Silver Maitre. Maitre with it again. He's going to call an offensive foul. Maitre just pushed the ball.
I don't think Mark intended to do that there. Mark Maitre, number 40. I think he was just looking to regain his position, regain his stance.
Simeon Lupscher enter the game again. All right, Old Bridge with a chance to draw near. Lucas thought about it. Penetrates. Will not fall. Simi with a rebound. Oh, what are we going to call here? Going to call Trotko on a foul.
Zach Simi's got to be careful when he's throwing around his elbows. I know he's just trying to defend the ball.
Absolutely. If those elbows were sharpened, it would have been trouble.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any elbow.
Lupscher feels the pressure. Jay Jones needs to get it across. Tapped away, and East Brunswick retains it, out of bounds. 3:06 left to go in the game. East Brunswick holding on to a 39-32 lead.
Let's hope the Bears can be smart and just pass the ball around, anticipate, and draw some fouls.
Lupscher inside to Horace. Excuse me, that's Jones. And we have a tackle. Jump ball called, and Old Bridge with good possession. Lucas, you gotta watch him. He might pop that 3. Donnelly with the outside shot, will not go. Out of bounds, Old Bridge goes to East Brunswick.
I'm not sure they wanted Donnelly taking that shot.
Really. All right, new player into the ball game, number 3, Reyes. 2:30. Clock continues to run. Jones inside, there's another push. Beautiful shot up and in by Horace.
Strong take by Aaron Horace.
41-32, back to a 9-point margin. Lucas inside. What do they got here? Steps called before the shot was even taken.
Looked like Evan Lupscher could have had an offensive foul called.
Another 30-second timeout called. So we were the foul. The timeouts keep on coming. East Brunswick is flirted a little bit with a little bit of a problem here in the fourth quarter, but yet they've still, you had that three-pointer by Simi and a nice shot also by Jay Jones, and Horace with another good shot. Sort of fended off Old Bridge. And right now, with a 9-point margin, 2:08 left to go, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. All right, this looks like a full timeout. Let's listen to Bo Henning.
Hey, the loser takes over the role of two. Whoever doesn't get it in. Maybe a cut through the slide or something like that, okay? All right, up this end, you stay Kansas until I call something else. If I call fist, it's got to be a really good opportunity. If you don't have it, then just go right back into a Kansas type of delay game, okay?
He's going to be calling his guys to be aggressive because if he fouls, he's not going to care, so you got to be strong with the basketball.
All right, now listen to me. The next time they run a ball screen, we are Detroit, okay? Detroit, yeah. Everybody be heads up, and let's make sure that we get the ball out of that kid's hands without the foul. Without the foul. Right. All right, let's go. Come on.
Bring it in, fellas. One, two, three, play.
One thing I've noticed tonight, Jim, in this game seems to be what East Brunswick hadn't been able to do in the last maybe 2 to 3 games was maintain the lead that they had. You know, they're keeping this tough, feisty Old Bridge team at a distance here. But like you said, 9 points with 2 minutes left.
Okay. East Brunswick with the ball, and the clock's in their favor as well. We're just about ready at the 2-minute mark. Do they get it across? Yes, they do. Nice job by East Brunswick. Simi to the hole. Kicks it right out again.
As you can see, the Old Bridge team swarming. I think they're looking to start fouling.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Clock's definitely a factor. Minute 40. Silver, no. Takes it out again. Boy, Jones was open underneath. And they're going to call a foul on Warnicki. That is only the fifth team foul, excuse me. So they got a ways to go.
I'm surprised Coach Knowles isn't asking his players to turn around and just start fouling immediately. Maybe we'll see what happens after the ball goes in.
Inbounds. Loopshire. Horace strong to the hoop.
Worked out well for them. Their patience maintained, helped them to score a basket right there when they needed it.
43-32, minute 15 remaining in the game. Warnicki's got to get the shot off. He does. But he draws a foul, even though it doesn't go in. Eric Warnicki, I remember him from last year. He was a good playmaker, and he's certainly kept up with that role this year.
One of the hardest things to do in the sport of basketball, I guess in any athletics, is to always be the go-to guy. I mean, it's obvious that number 13, Warnicki's definitely a strong player. He just hasn't had the game he was hoping for, I'm sure, tonight.
Warnicki with the second shot, and it goes as well. So it's 43-34. 1:08 to go in the contest. Simi, no-look pass.
Nice look.
And Silver puts it home.
Another thing that definitely worked out for the Bears tonight is their execution. That was just perfect play.
Say gets slammed by Horace as the shot went up.
Well, I guess you could say there's nothing wrong with a clean block, but when you take the player down, I guess the ref's going to have to call that.
Aaron Horace, fourth foul. Say misses the first shot. He has not been on the scoreboard tonight. That one's in. 45-35. 52 seconds to go. Look at Horace.
Good recovery by Andrew Silver there at half court, and then to exactly throw the ball right down to Aaron Horace for the layup.
Shot by Lucas. Will not go. Horace, they battle for it, and they say it was off East Brunswick. Aaron Horace, after scoring just 2 points the first 3 quarters, has hit for 8 here in this last juncture. fourth quarter and is now in double figures.
If you think about it, it's been a different player each quarter for this Bear team tonight. So, I mean, I guess that team unity right there is certainly something that's been working well for them.
Well, Shawn, you bring up a good point about different player each quarter. A few of us were talking about what this East Brunswick team could be like if these guys could put it together for an entire game.
Yeah, it seems to be maybe just a little bit inconsistent, but you know, tonight certainly something that, you know, hope that in the future they're going to make it all come together.
All right, 47-35, 25 seconds left to go in the game, and East Brunswick uses a time. No, the referee called a 5-second turnover, so Old Bridge will take the ball. Referee will not allow it.
Good steal, it seems.
Ornicki in the corner. Will not go. Simi with a strong rebound is fouled.
On that last shot there, Warrenicki for Old Bridge seemed to force it right over Evan Lupcher there.
16 seconds left to go, 47-35. I can't imagine that this game is in doubt now.
No.
But I mean, you look at Bo Henning, and he was kind of livid that they were not awarded that timeout.
Yeah, I think what happened was he disagreed with the ref. I believe Bo thought there was only 3 seconds when Jay Jones called timeout there, but apparently it was 5.
Well, as you can see, East Brunswick has cleared its bench. And you got players like McCloskey and Mataseski.
Boy, I tell you, this guy with the ball, Jimmy McCluskey, I've seen him in a couple of the JV games. He's seen some pretty decent varsity time.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be something to look at in the future as he
And
goes.
he puts it home, and the crowd loves it. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that is the final score. East Brunswick winning 49-35. I guess that basket by McCluskey is somewhat of an explanation point. He's got a big grin on his face. So East Brunswick finally gets back into the win column after on a 3-game losing streak. Now brings its record to 3-4, while Old Bridge falls to 3-4 as well. Shawn, your comments about tonight's performance by East Brunswick?
Well, I think on the whole, Jim, it was definitely not the East Brunswick team that, you know, we've seen in the past. They played smart, they played aggressive. You know, they were getting to the ball a lot, you know, more fast. They were getting to the ball faster than Old Bridge. They wanted the game. It was just something that, you know, like you said, they just, you know, it's their first win in a couple games, like 1 or 2. And they proved the fact that, you know, they're still a team to be contended with in this tough red division.
All right, very good. Just to quickly capsulize the scoring, Jay Jones was pretty much a good scorer throughout. He had a particularly good first quarter and third quarter to finish with 16 points. Aaron Horace off that nice fourth quarter finished with 10 points, and Zach Simi had 9. He also had 2 3-pointers. Jay Jones had the other 3-pointers. So that leads the East Brunswick scoring, and I believe that Chris Donnelly had 7 points. Actually, Tim Lucas had 7 points as well to lead Old Bridge in scoring. So that's going to do it tonight. The final score, East Brunswick 49, Old Bridge 35. For Shawn Feey, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.